Hello, this is Angela Leong and this is Lab 3. So in Lab 3 we have to configure the ESXi host, and for task 1 we have to install the software. As you can see, I already have the console open, but to get there you just go through the vSphere client and then right click open the console. So now we'll select this virtual disk. Okay, and then after I finish the scanning, it'll come to a couple of warnings. We just have to continue through those and then install and then reboot at the end. Next, we're going to configure the network settings for this host by going through the management network. Then we have to disable the IPv6, and then we're going to set up a static IP address for IPv4. After we apply the IPv4 static settings, then we're going to go into the DNS configuration, set up the primary DNS server, and set up a host name. And then we can reboot. For the next task, we have to add the ESXi host to the vCenter server inventory, and we can do that by going to the data center, clicking on add a host, entering the host name, which is the ESXi-3.vmeduc.com. You get the security prompt, click yes through it, and then hit next. The eval license. Next, disable is okay. And then finish. So now when we look at the training data center, under the related objects, we can see that the ESXi3 host is listed there. For task 4, we have to configure the DNS and routing information for the ESXi host. And to do that, we just go over and click on our host, make sure we're on our host, go to Manage Networking, TCP/IP config, and then click on the Edit, and then make sure that the settings are correct. By clicking on DNS configurations, and this configurations was when we were configuring our host earlier. And finally, for step 5, task 5, we have to configure the host as a NTP client. So in order to do that, we click on the host, go to Manage, Settings, go to Time Config, edit it, and we're going to change it from manual to use the NTP. So we would start it, and then we'll change it to start and stop the hosts and set it to this server. And then hit OK. And then just make sure that it's enabled and running.